The Las Vegas Raiders have signed Chris Jones. No, it's not the Chiefs defensive tackle who makes $14 million a year, but it's the former Titan who appeared in 7 games last year at cornerback. Unfortunately, at the NFL Combine, Chris Jones ran a 4.73 40-yard dash. He's likely not the solution at cornerback, but a depth and special teams piece. But the Raiders have some questions that need to be answered at cornerback. After losing Casey Hayward this past offseason, who is the #1 cornerback in the room? Is the cornerback room complete for the Las Vegas Raiders? I was in Yosemite and had some bugs bite my forehead, so please help me out by subscribing to this channel for more Raiders content. Let's get right into it. After minicamp, we got a more clear picture of what the starting lineup of the cornerback room may look like. Amik Robertson was taking first-team reps on the outside along with Rock Ya-Sin, while Nate Hobbs played primarily in the slot. Trayvon Mullen comes in as the cornerback who has spent the most time with the Las Vegas Raiders franchise, but unfortunately he has an undisclosed injury on his foot, and although he has been at mandatory minicamp, he has not been taking any reps. What's odd is Anthony Averett, who is signed on a $4 million deal just this past offseason and who appeared in 14 games for the Baltimore Ravens last year due to injuries to cornerbacks like Marcus Peters, is oddly enough not taking first-team reps. Instead, those reps have been going to Amik Robertson, and Amik Robertson has struggled in his professional career with the Las Vegas Raiders. But coming out of college in the 2020 draft, Amik Robertson had the highest coverage grade in the draft class at 91.2. His size has always been an issue, but he demonstrated at the college level that he could compete with the best of them. In 2018, the former Alabama Crimson Tide cornerback Anthony Averett ran a 4.36 40-yard dash at the Combine. His speed was demonstrated last year after locking up Tyreek Hill in a primetime matchup. A lot of hype surrounds this guy, and a lot of people are excited about what he could do with the Las Vegas Raiders. My only problem with him is that his hair looks a little too much like Netway's hair. All jokes aside, Anthony Averett had a great year last year. He picked up 4 interceptions, and those would be the first interceptions in his whole entire 4-year career. If Averett plays anything like how he played in 2021, he will likely find himself in the starting rotation by training camp. The Raiders traded a team captain and a great pass rusher in Yannick Ngakoue for Rock Ya-Sin. Rock Ya-Sin is a 2nd-round pick in the 2019 draft class, just like Trayvon Mullen. And although Rock Ya-Sin picked up 0 interceptions in 2021, he showed an ability to press wide receivers and break up passes, picking up 7 pass breakups in 2021. And on 46 targets, Rock Ya-Sin only allowed 26 receptions. Only 56% of passes that go his way end up in a completion. That is very impressive. PFF ranked Nate Hobbs as one of the top 10 slot cornerbacks in the league after his rookie campaign last year. Oddly enough, Nate Hobbs comes into this season as one of the more highly touted cornerbacks in this whole entire cornerback room. It has only taken him 1 year to become one of the best slot cornerbacks in the NFL. Nate Hobbs appeared in every single game last year and was able to remain healthy. He picked up 1 interception and only 2 pass breakups, but at that slot cornerback position, what's really impressive about Nate Hobbs is he was able to amass 54 tackles last year along with 17 assists. But the Raiders have a lot of depth in the cornerback room. Keep in mind, Darius Phillips here at the bottom of the list was the first player that the Raiders signed in free agency when the free agency window opened up. And then you also have Sam Webb there, along with Stanford Samuels, who's not on this list. These guys are undrafted free agents, have a really steep shot at making the final 53-man roster, but you got the top of the list. These 4 guys, Anthony Averett, Rock Ya-Sin, Nate Hobbs, and Trayvon Mullen, if they can all stay healthy, you have some solid depth there. If any one of these guys goes down, you can have somebody who's really competent who could fill in here. And Amik Robertson is now turning into one of those guys who can compete with the guys at the top 4 of this list here, even though he's only making $1 million a year, coming in as a 5th-round pick compared to Trayvon Mullen and Rock Ya-Sin. Both of these guys are 2nd-round picks. And Cre'Von LeBlanc, let's not forget about this guy. He was signed early on before free agency because he was only on a practice squad last year, but he has some experience playing in the slot, so he can be a guy who could back up Nate Hobbs in case the worst thing happens. So even if Anthony Averett doesn't end up starting, it's not $4 million down the drain because this this guy can be some solid depth for you. But let me just add how big of a steal Nate Hobbs is here at $900,000. I know we like to crap on Gruden and his drafting and everything, but we don't want to give him credit for picking Nate Hobbs in 2021 in the 5th round. This guy is becoming a Hunter Renfrow-like steal, cheap as hell, and a true diamond in the rough. And honestly, it's the rest of the NFL's fault for sleeping on him. How could you not think this guy is talented when he's had NFL coaching by people like Lovie Smith, even in college? So the Raiders right now do not have a cornerback who's been to the Pro Bowl multiple times like Casey Hayward last year, but they have a lot of people who have not seen their best years yet. They have a lot of young talent that is just waiting for a breakout season. Will it be Amik Robertson? Will it be Anthony Averett? Will Nate Hobbs continue to ascend? Can Rocky Ascend be a #1 cornerback in this league? And can Trayvon Mullen bounce back after injury, only appearing in 5 games just last year? All these questions will determine how far this defense goes. The Raiders have solidified their defensive line and linebacker room. If these cornerbacks can step up and come through, they can truly take the Raiders to the promised land. Let me know your starting lineup of the Raiders cornerbacks this year. This has been WiFiWillie. Like this video if you haven't already, subscribe for more Raiders content, ring the bell for notifications. Peace out, and I hope you have a good one.